are talking about who can be on the loan, and if they're not on the loan, how that affects you. So on an FHA loan, you can have your borrower, your borrower's spouse. You can also have non-occupying co-borrowers, which are basically co-signers that are helping the borrowers qualify to purchase the property. In California, because we are a community property state, or in any community property state, if the spouse is not going on to the loan, they become a non-borrowing spouse, and a non-borrowing spouse's debt still has to be included in the debt of the borrower at the time that we are qualifying the borrower. So if that particular person, let's say, has some blemishes on their credit, they have the same debt on their credit report that the borrower has, then there wouldn't be any new debt that would need to be added. And then that spouse doesn't have to go on the loan, let's say for credit score purposes or whatever it might be. The other option would be, let's say that that non-borrowing spouse does unfortunately not have any income, has additional debt, then that debt would need to be added to the borrower's debt, and the borrower would need to qualify with not only their own debt, but the spouse's debt that was under their name alone. And then a non-borrowing, a non-occupying co-borrower, which is a co-signer, they would also be required to show if they have a spouse and that spouse does not want to be on the loan, they're required to also include that spouse's debt. So it could be a little bit tricky, but I'd walk you through that. So answer any questions that you have on that. But basically we take the borrower's income, the non-borrowing spouse's debt, add that to the borrower's debt. And then you can also have the non-occupying co-signer, co-borrower basically, adding their income to the borrower's, and then taking the debt from the non-occupying co-borrower. My goodness, it gets a little crazy, see? And then from there, we add all that together and then come up with our ratios and qualify you that way. But you can have up to 4 borrowers on a loan, and just depending on the dynamic and the ins and outs of that, any questions or details that you'd like to have, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you. Thanks so much. Bye.